Like her, to earn the affection I so desperately need. But the people who love me best don't expect me to save the world. No, they regard me as a goddess and they always give me love for free. And they say, you are what you are, and that's all you ever need. Fierce like a warrior, and soft as a sunbeam. Everything you've ever been, and everything you'll ever be is holy, 'cause you are a goddess, babe. To be just me, rule my world from a place of reverie, forgive myself unconditionally and learn from my mistakes. But then the movies tell me I should look like her and laugh like her. If I'm a quiet beauty, all will surely fall in love with me. But the people who love me best like the way I laugh, and they don't care what I wear. They rather see me loud and proud and stay polite and pretty. And they say, you are what you are, that's all you ever need. Fierce like a warrior, and soft as a sunbeam. Everything you've ever been, and everything you'll ever be is holy, 'cause you are a goddess, babe. Hey.
my goodness. Hello. Welcome to New Thought Center for Spiritual Living. I am Shannon O'Hurley. I'm your spiritual community leader here in this beloved, inclusive, progressive, compassionate, delightfully kind community. What a joy. What a joy to be with all of you this day that love has made. I want to take a moment right off the top here and thank our beloved practitioners online who are serving us, our community, our online community practitioners, Annette Nelson and Melissa Allen. Thank you so very much for the way that you do all the technical stuff and hold us all from online. I want to thank all of you also who have joined us here today in person. If you are new or newish, please know that we have mindfully and thoughtfully created this space just for you exactly as you are. This moment, this time, this breath. Let's take a breath. We welcome all people here. Everyone is welcome into this safe and nurturing space. If you would like more information about all the things that we are up to, we have all kinds of information on our website. If you're here in person, we have all kinds of info here on the tables and downstairs. This is the time in our service where we acknowledge that here in Lake Oswego, we are on the land of the Kalapuya people, and we affirm indigenous history, experiences, and sovereignty. I want to take a moment like we always do each Sunday and anchor this service in our vision and our mission. So with one voice, let us share our vision. Recognizing our oneness, we envision a world that works for everyone and all creation, and our mission, providing spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. So in order to bring all of us online and here in person together, I would just love it if those of you here in the room, if you wouldn't mind just turning around and waving to our beloveds who are at home, wherever they may be, so they feel truly a part of this service. We feel your energy here with us. How good it is to be together in this way. I want to also take a moment and acknowledge everyone who helped with the beautiful Seder dinner we had on Friday. If you helped with that in any way, would you please stand so we can love you up? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, and thank you to Joan as well. Thank you. What a blessing. We have this beautiful flower arrangement from Kim Pelletieri. I'm so sorry, I always say that in your last name. Where are you, darling? Please say your last name for me. I cannot get it wrong. Pelletier. Oh, it's so fancy. Pelletier. I just found this out. I might shed a tear. First of all, good tears. Today is Kim's birthday. Happy birthday to you, beloved. Beloved. This is also Kim's last day at NTCSL because she is moving to California. Oh my goodness gracious. She writes, I am so very grateful for the love of this community and the friendships I've made here. I will carry you all with me as I start this exciting new chapter. With gratitude and love, thank you. I want to thank you, Kim. Kim has done so much in our social justice ministry, helping out in so many ways with our refugee program. I know a lot of really good centers in California, so let's talk. I know a lot of them. I love you dearly. Thank you. Thank you. We love it. Kim, we love you so much. Thank you. Kim Pelletier. Oh my goodness, you will be missed. And here in spirit, always, always. I want to point out for you here in the room, there are some of these cards right in front of you. And I am inviting you, if you would be so kind this day, any question that you have that you would like answered, Please write it in this card, and when the baskets come along later, please put it in the basket. Those of you online, whatever questions you have, please put them in the chat, and practitioners Annette and Melissa will make sure that I get them, because next Sunday is our very special Sunday. We only do it twice a year. It's our out-of-the-box Sunday. It's a beautiful, informal time where Shelley and I sit up here together, and she pulls the question out of the box, and I get to answer it in real time. So it's a joy for me, and it's a really fun Sunday, but I need your questions. So there we are. Thank you so very much. If you haven't already, please, here in the room, be so kind as to silence your cell phones. We would greatly appreciate that. And I am so grateful because we have our beloved facilitator practitioner, Barbara Buckingham Hayes, is going to come up and give us our opening blessing. Thank you, dear heart. Oop. Oh.
It's my maiden voyage here. But good morning, and it's so good to see all of you here who have gathered in this space and all of those online. Oh, I invite you to settle in, letting go of the busyness of the day, centering into your heart space, breathing deeply and slowly, just allowing yourself to center in. You can close your eyes or you can just lower your gaze. I'm so grateful that this energy of love that has gathered us today is flowing through each one of us. We're each called to be present here today. As Jamie Lula sings, Spirit is in the house. And I'm grateful for the one thing happening. The Spirit showing us love, light, and peace. This beautiful field of energy we share. And that this loving presence supports each of us in deepening our understanding and awareness of what is real and true and alive. I'm grateful for the gifts that come from being in community. So today I bless all the hands and hearts that make this service possible. I bless the warmth of the welcome of the greeters. I bless the nurturing and playfulness of those with the youth. I bless the music and the music makers. I bless the love of the hospitality team in giving us goods that warm us. I'm grateful for all of those, and I'm grateful for I bless Rev Shannon and her message, knowing and trusting that each one of us hears what we need to hear. I recognize that the spirit of love flows through all and through each of us. And we are all blessed and uplifted as we join in this beautiful celebration in community today. I give thanks for it all, and so it is. Blessed be. And now, please join us in our practice, our spiritual practice together. Stand as you can and are able, and we sing.
We let the love wash over us. We love wash over us. We let it be. Let the peace wash over us. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. Let the joy wash over us. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. And so it is.
This morning we hear from Rabbi Rami Shapiro, a piece called All in Each. All in each, the one in the many, the I in the thou, each completing the other, day and night, desert and sea, fire and water, earth and sky. So simple, so subtle, it escapes me time and again. And yet, for a moment, I glimpse the thread that weaves me with you. For a moment, I am not. We are. And I bend the knee in silent wonder and cry and laugh and embrace the world. And so it is.
Thank you, John. Now, please welcome Darcy Bradley.
You've got to be the light if you want to see the light. You got to be the light if you want to see the light. You got to be the light if you want to see the light. Because you reap what you sow, you reap what you know, and you see what you believe. So give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Yeah. You got to be the love if you want to see the love. You've got to be the love if you want to see the love. Because you reap what you sow, you make what you know, and you see what you believe. So give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Just give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Well, don't tell me that your life is a desert. Somebody gotta quench your thirst. You can dance, you can pray for the water, but you better get your head straight first. You got to be the light if you want to see the light. Well, you got to be the light if you want to see the light. Because you reap what you sow, you meet what you know, and you see what you believe. So give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Just give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive.
Oh, thank you so much, Darcy Bradley, Kate Kuipers, the New Thought Messengers. Y'all are wonderful. Gosh, we're so blessed by you. Oh, my goodness. Hi, you, Brian Harris. Yeah, good, good. Once again, hello, everyone. So, my talk today is called, Wait, Have Faith in What? Question mark, exclamation point. Have faith in what? That's what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about faith. I'm talking about faith, not to be confused with certainty. Two very different things, but I will get to that in a bit. So I have decided that God or spirit or the universe is very similar to a car wash. Now, I am certain that I am not the first minister or practitioner or human to figure this out. And I had quite the epiphany last week. Last week, before it started raining here in Oregon, my car was filled with pollen. Anybody? Pollen and mud drops and all the things. And I was like, okay, I have got to get my car washed. So I didn't have time to go into, you know, when you like get it done and they do it for you and it's like fancy schmancy. I didn't have time for that. So I went to a corner one where, you know, it's like near a gas station, maybe on the corner of like, I don't know, Costco and Applebee's. You know what I'm talking? And you drive through it. All right, so I went up to the car wash and I look up and I see that I have three choices. I can get the massive car wash, I can get the medium, I can get the light. So as we do, we decide which one we're gonna get, right? Which one we're gonna order. And then we proceed forward. And there is always inevitably a person who works there who is sort of like guiding us on the track. Shannon, Eileen, move it, girl. So I get that, and then they pull out a paddle, and the paddle says, proceed forward. Okay, I'm entering the cave of the car wash. In I go, and then they flip the paddle, the ping pong paddle, and it says, put gear in neutral. And I'm like, okay, put it in neutral. And then it says, take foot off the brake. Okay, there's a car in front of me, but all right. I take the foot off the brake, and then it says, take your hands off the wheel. And I'm like, Jesus, take the wheel. Or Buddha, take the wheel. Or for the love of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, take the wheel. See what I did there? Okay. So then you proceed into the car wash, this dark place. And it's all about having trust and faith that the mechanics are all going to work, that all the things that are supposed to work are going to work, right? You're in there, you're in the little cave. I actually turned off my radio because I was like, I just need to be with this for a minute. This huge spongy thing comes crashing down on your car, and it's like, oh my gosh, and it's swashing all the suds around. And then you proceed even further, and there's all these lights blinking and all these things happening, and then this sort of rain shower happens, and I'm looking behind, making sure that I rolled up my windows and everything's okay. Okay, so tons of water pelting down on the car, and then I keep going, and then of course the dryer comes, and starts to dry everything, and I think, oh, I'm almost there. And then it just proceeds, and somehow the mechanics all work, and it just kind of, and you're out of the car wash, into the bright light of the day. And if you have time, you can actually help things along and pull over, because they have the vacuums. You put in quarters and you vacuum even more. Maybe get a cloth and dust off any of the remaining drops, doing your part, right? So this led me to consider, how many times are we going through a car wash, so to speak, an opportunity, if you will, for healing, for clearing, and we refuse to put the car or ourselves in neutral? We can't seem to take our foot off the brake, because we have to do it all, or the idea of taking our hands off the wheel is just really hard. Anybody? Just me? Anyone? Yeah, okay, all right. So this week, I taught our Practitioner 2 class. It was such a joy. And we were reminded in that class that we are always being held, with a capital H. We are always, no matter where we are, whatever car wash we're in, we're always being held. We may feel alone or that we have to do it all, but that is just not the case. Mark Nepo talks about this. He wrote, if we want to be held, we have to behold. If we want to be held, we have to behold. This is a beautiful word, behold. It appears in the King James Bible 1,298 times. It's an important word. In both Hebrew and Greek, the word behold translates to be sure to see. Be sure to see. The other original meaning of the word behold is to belong. So in order to feel and know that, of course, we are being held by love itself through every nanosecond of our lives, we must know, we must be sure to see that we belong to divinity, that we belong to God or Spirit, and God, Spirit, Source, quantum consciousness belongs to us. And this brings the process of surrender and trust and faith. And then, when we remember this truth that we are being held, that we belong to that which is holding us, we can let go of the wheel and be carried through any kind of challenge or darkness or healing or clearing process. And it's an ongoing process. So a beloved and very wise congregant, I told them I would say that, asked me the most fantastic question last week. I get great questions from y'all, just so you know. And I have their permission to mention this to you. And it was such a great question. I chewed on it for quite some time, for a couple days. They said to me, you know, we've been in this community for a really long time. We've been in this teaching a really long time. We raised our kids here, and that was really important for us. And by the way, we also raised our kids in this teaching, which was such a blessing. Oh my word, such a blessing. So that's a lot of ways sometimes families find us because of our loving and compassionate spiritual tradition. My friend said, but you know, now the kids are grown. They're out of the house. And after all this time of being in this teaching, what exactly is the draw to continue attending in this time in my life? This is such a great question that can easily apply to the most seasoned meditator or clergy member. Or this question could be asked by someone who found us when they were in a time of difficulty and pain and they were struggling. And they started coming to services or tuning in online. They started taking classes and learning the universal spiritual compassionate principles that we teach, and they applied it to their life, and they had this thing that was so difficult and challenging. They experienced a healing, and now they're doing so great. So why keep coming? This question could be applied to someone who's grown up in this teaching and is like, well, I know all this stuff. I had it since I was this high. It could be applied to someone who has been attending and doing this work for decades. It is a great question. So why? Why? Why should anyone really attend, if you think about it, a church or a synagogue or a mosque or a temple or a conscious spiritual community like ours? Why? According to a longitudinal study by the folks at Harvard, those fancy folks at Harvard, they found that people who attend religious or spiritual, there's a difference, we are spiritual, services at least weekly. Are you ready for this? Oh my goodness. So there's all kinds of benefits, but I want to highlight this one. It included a 25 to 35% reduced mortality rate over 10 to 15 years. I was like, what? We're going to live longer. How great is that? And according to the Pew Research Center, people who regularly attend religious or spiritual services have a greater experience of happiness and contentment in their life. They have a heightened experience of fulfillment and connection in their life. The author Mary Piper, wonderful author Mary Piper, wrote, "We all age, but we don't all grow." Oh, there's some truth. We all age, but we don't all grow. We keep coming back. I keep coming back to continue to grow spiritually, to remember, and I know I forget sometimes, just how held we truly are. I don't care how long you have been in this teaching, all of us forget sometimes how we are continuously held by the divine. And here is the thing, real spiritual growth isn't shiny. It isn't Instagram ready. It doesn't always look or feel like the car wash on the corner of Costco and Applebee's. It can often be quieter, smaller. Spiritual growth typically comes in starts and stops because it takes time to integrate. So unless you are joining a monastery, and even then, perhaps, spiritual growth happens in increments between folding the laundry and celebrating milestones and being in the depths of grief. It happens in community. You know, when we reopened after the pandemic, we knew we had to consciously create an online community. as well as in person, because us humans, we grow in community. We grow together. Spiritual growth is heightened and quickened when it is done where 2 or 3 or more are gathered. Nothing about spiritual growth is gimmicky or flashy or particularly attention-grabbing. Of course, we all up here, we do our very best on Sundays and in classes to keep you engaged and interested and inspired. However, like anything we learn in life, to integrate, to embody spiritual growth, it requires time and daily practice. None of us that I know of walk on water yet. It is a daily, lifelong, glorious journey, this spiritual growth that we are all called into. It reminds me of the wonderful 12-step wisdom. Keep coming back. It works if you work it. This is absolutely true of spiritual growth. So, wait. Have faith in what? Question mark, exclamation point. Could also mean having faith in your ability to continue growing spiritually throughout all the ebbs and flows and kids and pets and relationships and retirements and ups and downs of your lifetime. Spiritual growth and the importance of it has been around for millennia for a reason. In Peter, in the Christian Bible, it says, grow in the grace and knowledge of God. We gather together here and in person and online with our kindred spirits. All of us together on this journey in support of ourselves and each other. Speaking of gathering together, we had such a beautiful Seder this past Friday. It was so lovely to be together, to learn together, to grow together in that experience. Thank you again, Joan Lubar. Thank you, dear heart. In addition to Passover this week is also the Celtic holiday called Beltane. Spirituality has been infused in our DNA for millennia. Beltane is celebrated, depending on where you live in the world, either on April 30th or May 1st, and it's halfway between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. That's where we are right now, this week. And Beltane is a celebration of spring. I was driving the other day in my car, and I was just driving through this one neighborhood, and I turned the corner, and I literally let out an audible gasp, and my wheel kind of swerved a little bit because I saw this house. I mean, the person must be just like a master gardener or something, because it was so beautiful, everything in bloom and the colors. I had to pull over for a second and just take in the beauty. Are you all feeling that here and wherever you are in the world? It's astoundingly beautiful this time of year. Beltane celebrates this. And it is also the celebration of light and growth. The ancient Celts would light a huge, huge bonfire, and they would adorn themselves in fresh flowers, and they would dance around a maypole. Beltane reminds us that no matter how challenging or difficult winter has been, spring is always promised to us. Growth is always happening. This time of year, Mother Nature reminds us that we get to have faith and celebrate growth and the blossoming of things, including whatever stage of life you are in your own blossoming. So this naturally begs the question for you to consider. What is it in your own life that you would like to grow right now? What is it in your own life that you would like to bring forth or to blossom? It'll be different for everyone. So the first thing to do in this is to choose a very specific intention for yourself. My students in our 7 Spiritual Laws class are studying this right now. It's such a powerful metaphysical teaching. We understand that anything that you want to bring forth or manifest in your life is always, the first step that is required is setting an intention. Always setting an intention. That is where we begin, being definite with the infinite and getting really clear on your intention is key. It's easy to sort of go through life kind of mamby-pamby. Oh, I'd like that. Well, that'd be great. Well, that would be cool. Nothing really happens. It's about setting an intention. When I started setting intentions, my whole life changed. Author Alan Cohen wrote, "When your intention is clear, so is the way. When your intention is clear, so is the way." So there's a process to bringing forth something that you would like to experience in your life, and I created a little equation for you to illustrate this. John, would you mind putting up the equation, my friend? Here it is. It's okay if you don't like math. It's an easy one. Intention plus right action plus surrender equals outcome. Let me say that again. Intention plus right action plus surrender equals outcome. So metaphysics teaches us that intention is how we begin. And the next, as you can see, is right action. It's all fine and good to have a wonderful idea about something, or even clarity about what it is you want in your life. But if your intention stays in your head, and they often do, to the best of us, they often do, what happens is that intention can't move through your body temple and out into the world. And you will not experience it in your outer world. So, all right, you have your intention. The next part of the equation, it's this proactive action. What proactive right action can you take to support your intention? Consider what is yours to do. And as long as it hurts no one, do that. As long as it hurts no one, take that action. So Arthur Ashe said, "Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can." Arthur Ashe said, "Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can." That is your right action. We think sometimes it has to be this big, huge, heavy lift. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. You can do that. You can do that. Yes? Yeah, sure. So in her talk last week, Shelley said something that really stayed with me. She said, sometimes we mix up what is our work and what is God's work. Yes, we do. Sometimes we mix up what is our work and what is God's work. And this is where the third part of that equation comes into play, and that is surrender. Intention plus right action is great, but it will only get you so far. And that limits us unless you add to that equation surrender. Surrender, my friends, is the secret sauce. It is. It's the secret sauce. That's where God, where Spirit comes in and is fully felt. Surrender is the car wash. It's doing your part and fully trusting, having faith that the universe will do its part. Now you may be sitting there and you may be saying to yourself, what do you mean, Shannon Eileen? I'm supposed to put my dream in neutral. Any doers out there? Any people who like to control things out there? I don't know anything about that. You may be sitting there saying to yourself, Shannon Eileen, what do you mean I am supposed to let go of the wheel that I am gripping so tightly? What do you mean I need to release my need to micromanage my miracles? What we are here to have faith in is the loving power of divinity itself and our ongoing and continuous relationship with it. And the sooner we can surrender to that, my loves, the sooner God can be God through us. Then, with joyous anticipation, we can take our hands off the wheel, knowing this or better. It's like we go into the car wash and we're like, whee! Do you see? We can allow ourselves to actually be delighted by how God, Spirit, Source, takes care of the rest, and it is better than we can ever imagine. This is the secret sauce: surrender. Allowing Spirit to have room in your life, creating space, and allowing yourself to feel just how gloriously held you always are. And to behold that extraordinary gift in this life. That is how we spiritually grow in the most beautiful way. To not take it all so seriously. There's a poem by Hafiz or Hafez, depending where in the world you live. It's called Tripping Over Joy. He wrote, "What is the difference between your experience of existence and that of a saint? The saint knows that the spiritual path is a sublime chess game with God, and that the beloved has just made such a fantastic move, that the saint is now continually tripping over joy and bursting out in laughter and saying, 'I surrender.' Whereas, my dear, I am afraid you still think you have 1,000 serious moves." We are here to have faith and trust in whatever season of life we are experiencing, whether it is winter or spring. God, Spirit, is making fantastic moves in our life, whether we can see it yet or not. And it's all on our behalf. It is our birthright. It is our birthright. And the more that we can create the spaciousness for this within ourselves, the greater the joy and the contentment we will have in this life. So this week, I would like to lovingly challenge you, or lovingly invite you, if you prefer that word, that's fine too, to take some time to get clarity, to set an intention for yourself, something that you want to grow in your life or bring forth in your life. This week, I invite you to take some time. You might want to light a candle, set a specific intention for yourself, and then apply right action. Remember the equation. Apply right action. What is yours to do in order to bring that intention into the world? And then, my friends, take it to the car wash. Surrender. Let God be God in your life, through your life, and witness the ordinary and not so ordinary miracles that will inevitably follow. They always do. Knowing all the while in this whole process that you are being held. You're being held throughout all of it. Have faith in that, my friends. Let go, let God, let love. Let's pray. I invite the practitioners here in the room to come down forward to help me anchor this in prayer, and I invite the practitioners online to also go into prayer with me. Let's all take a deep, nourishing breath. Let it be easy. You may even want to place your hand on your heart if that helps you to remember the love that is right here within you and all around you. Just take in a nice breath again. I recognize that this breath of life is the breath of God, of Spirit, of love itself. This love that breathes me and each one of us, this love that woke us up this day, this love that is to our right and to our left, in front of us, behind us, above us, below us, this love that is the all in the all, in the all, in the all, in the all of it. What a blessing it is to know that we don't have to hold on to the wheel. We don't have to. We can let go and we can let God and we can let love in our life. We can let love be love in our life. What a blessing it is knowing the truth that Spirit is right where we are, that this ongoing communication is such a blessing and such a gift, and that our spiritual growth continues on this light-filled path before us, one day at a time, one moment at a time, one breath at a time, one decision at a time, one prayer at a time, one meditation at a time. There is so much love here that is growing us if we turn to it. And so in this moment, I take a moment and just bless all of our friends and our family and the love that is right where they are, the love that surrounds them. I also take a moment and allow this prayer to be a beacon of love to all the hurting places, the places that are experiencing violence and pain, knowing this love is there too. And it is doing its healing work too. I bless all people this week who gather in churches and mosques and synagogues and temples and centers for spiritual living, conscious communities, yoga mats, PTA meetings, hikes, wherever people gather in the name of love itself. I bless that. I am grateful for that. What a gift to us all. And so it is on behalf of all of us and the ongoing global peace process that we get to contribute to, uplift, and be a part of. I have faith in this. I have trust in this. I surrender to God in this. This is the secret sauce each of us gets to carry with us into this week. Love is in action in our lives. What a blessing. How good God is. How sweet love is. How great divinity is. So from this place of grace and profound thanksgiving, I allow it to be and to become. And so it is. Blessed be. Blessed be. Thank you. So this is the time in our service where we get to pay it forward. I want to thank you ahead of time. All of your gifts literally allow us to be here. What a blessing to be here together, to get to do this work, to be on this spiritual journey together. So thank you. Thank you for those of you who are monthly pledgers. You may have one of these cards you got when you walked in, or those of you online who are monthly pledgers, those of you who mail in your check. If you don't do that, you can text to give. It's super easy, 503-966-3236. However you give, whatever you give, however small or large, I give thanks, we give thanks. And in that, let us together share our blessing of thanksgiving. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Blessed be. Thank you. And please don't forget to put your question in the basket if you're here in the room. Okay.
Please stand and join us as you're able, and sing along if you would like. Been through the desert, I walked in the ocean, climbed up a mountain, and I sang in the wind. I cried out in the moonlight, well, I've drank that potion, wished in a fountain, and I've lived in sin. I keep searching for an answer to make me complete, but every time I think that I found it, the ground shifts under my feet. And what I know is every moment is a blessing, and every love is like a light, and beauty comes with every sunrise. Living is a purpose, living is a purpose, living is a purpose, living is a purpose of life. The goddess, lie in the night, dance with the devil, and I've screamed at the storm, held hands with the holy, I've touched the divine. Well, I've plucked every petal, and again I've been born. I keep searching for an answer to make me complete, but every time I think that I found it, the ground shifts under my feet. And what I know is every moment is a blessing, and every love is like a light, and beauty comes with every sunrise. But living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose. Well, living is the purpose of love. Like a shooting star, and you are perfect in this moment. Live out loud, 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 and just be who you are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be who you are, be who you are. You gotta be got to be who you are.
Live out loud. Be who you are. Woo. Thank you. We have an announcement today as an extension of Earth Day. Our beloved youth and family is collecting the bottles and cans for their support of their programs. So by recycling and picking up one of these blue bags, they'll be down in the community room, and there might be one out there. You can gather any bottles and cans and bring them. It helps to rinse them out so they're not so sticky, and put them in the bags, and then you can bring them and leave them outside the tween room in the courtyard. They'll be sure to see them, so we can support our youth. Oh, Rev Shannon.
Can we please hear it for the maiden voyage of practitioner Barbara Buckingham Hayes? Oh, you did so well today. Thank you. I want to take a moment and thank all of you who are joining us, not only here in person, but all over Oregon, all over Colorado, Washington, California, Wyoming, Nebraska, and Germany. We love you so very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. I want to also thank the practitioner moderators, Annette Nelson and Melissa Allen. What a blessing you are. Thank you so much. I would like to invite the practitioners in the room to please come down front. This sanctuary becomes a place of prayer just following the service. So I do invite you to make your way out as you can or stay in the quiet meditation time if you prefer. The practitioners online will be available for private breakout rooms for prayer as well. Please do avail yourself of this. It's such a gift. It's such a life changer to have someone just pray for you. Please don't forget to, those of you here in person, if you have questions and you didn't get a chance to put them in the basket, please take a moment, write that out. We have a box right down there on the way out, in the front door there. And also those of you online, please put those in the chat box. I would be so grateful. And I would also want to just invite, I see Irene, and she just always reminds me, those of you here in the room, please join us downstairs in the community hall for yumming nosh and coffee. Please stand as you are able for our final blessing. I love you, Irene. Come on over here, sweet Barbara. May you go in the light, as the light, and with the light until we meet again. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. You are so loved. Have a good week. Mwah.
I release and I let go.